สวัสดีค่ะอันนี้จะเป็นคลิปการจัดการสอนวิทยาศาสตร์ของน้องเจคอบนะคะปกติก็คือของน้องก็จะเรียนจากคอมพิวเตอร์การเรียนการเขียนโค้ดหรือโค้ดคอมแบทแล้วก็การไปพิพิธภัณฑ์วิทยาศาสตร์แล้วก็ในส่วนของหนังสือแล้วก็เล่มนี้ในแต่ละวันน้องก็จะมีการทำแบบฝึกหัดแล้วก็มีการพูดคุยกับคุณพ่อคำถามหรือว่าสิ่งที่น้องดูจาก YouTube ในช่องวิทยาศาสตร์เดี๋ยวมาดูกันนะคะว่าเจคอบรู้ในส่วนของธาตุทางวิทยาศาสตร์ไหมโอเคเดี๋ยวพ่อจะถามเจคอบ
Do you remember about the elements?
Yes.
Alright, so it's a quiz for you with 10 questions. First question is, this element is necessary for things to burn.
Oxygen.
And after they burn, what are they called?
They burn?
After elements burn with oxygen, what are they called? You have like iron, what?
Oxide.
Oxide, that's right. This element is the basis for organic matter.
Carbon.
Carbon, that's right. This element is the lightest element.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. This halogen is found in bleach and is commonly used to treat pool water.
Oh, it's chlorine.
Chlorine, that's right. The ore of this metal is called bauxite.
Aluminum.
Aluminum, that's right. This metal burns very brightly, releasing a lot of heat.
Magnesium.
Magnesium, that's right. This metal is found in many salts and in high quantities in bananas.
It's potassium.
Potassium, that's right. This halogen is commonly found in toothpaste.
Fluorine.
Fluorine, that's right. This metal is commonly found in baked goods.
Sodium.
Sodium, that's right.
Sodium bicarbonate.
Sodium bicarbonate is called what?
Baking soda.
Baking soda, that's right. This gas is the most common in the atmosphere.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen, that's right, that's all 10.
Nitrogen, 6% nitrogen.
So how much?
60%.
60 or 70. It's almost all nitrogen, right?
And then 20% carbon, and then 10% oxygen, right?
No, there's more oxygen than carbon dioxide. A lot more oxygen.
Carbon dioxide, 10 oxygen.
No, carbon dioxide is something like 0.05%. It's very little carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
What about...
in the atmosphere, mostly oxygen and nitrogen, right?
Mostly oxygen and nitrogen, that's right.
Can carbon go with nitrogen?
Yes. What's it called? CN.
Cyanide.
Cyanide, that's right.
In the atmosphere, is there cyanide?
There's some, not too much though. Very, very little bit.
Very little cyanide.
Yeah.
Can you explain or talk about code?
About coding.
Did you finish yet?
Yeah, that was all 10 questions.
Okay, about code. What do you like or what Jacob learned about?
Alright, so why don't you start by explaining something to me? What do you know about programming?
The robot things that you tell it.
The robot does things that you tell it.
Okay.
Alright, so tell me what you know about programming.
There's the agent.
The agent. That's right.
That you tell it to go around doing it for you.
Oh, what are you specifically talking about right now? Minecraft education, that's right. So you have a builder bot, and you can tell him to do things. What kind of things can you tell him to do?
Build a tower.
Build a tower. How do you build a tower? You tell him you give him instructions to put every single block one by one?
Yeah, like
really?
Building an ender portal, building an end portal.
So you're just going to say, move left, put a block, move left, put a block, move left, put a block, move right, put a block. And you're just going to write that 90, 100 times.
Yeah.
No, you're not. How do you tell them to do the same thing over and over again?
With a loop.
With a loop.
Say loop.
That's right.
There's a loop that says repeat for well, to repeat forever.
ภาษาไทยเรียกว่าอะไรลูก
Repeat forever. That's an infinite
Some.
loop. So we call it infinite loop. But usually you wouldn't repeat forever, right?
One, it keeps repeating until you, as tall as you want it to be, and then you put a picture that says that's lying to the agent. It says that a dead brush is alive. Then it says, well, false stop.
Yeah. So loops. How can you make him choose between two different things? He just always does the same thing again and again, or can he do different things?
Different things.
How do you make him choose to do different things?
He chooses a thing that's true.
Yeah, that's right. You need a condition. If this is true, you do one thing. If it's not, you do another.
Okay
So, if you want to do different things, what do you have to do?
You need a program to do different things.
Yes, I know, Jacob. But let's say if you should sometimes turn left and should sometimes turn right. What sort of block would you use for that?
A turn left, turn right, a conditional.
A conditional, that's right.
You put the turn left, turn right in the conditional.
In the conditional. If this, turn right. Otherwise, turn left, right?
If the agent sees the dirt, he sees dirt. For example, he sees dirt. If he sees dirt, place it on the dirt.
For example, you can do it by what he's standing on. You can look at the block below him. If the block below you is dirt, do this. If it's grass, do something else, right? That's conditional. What if you have a lot of code that you want to use in different places?
Use conditionals.
Use a conditional. How can you organize your code into different subprograms? What are those called?
Functions.
Functions, that's right. So you can make a function that does everything you want to do, and you can call it in different places, right?
Yeah, you got one room, you can't carry all the code, so send to a different room. And then there's a block that takes all the code from the different room and sends it to this room and uses it.
Yeah, it's a function block. Let's say you want to do something whenever something happens. What's that called?
A conditional.
Not a conditional.
An event.
An event, that's right. You need to write an event handler. Like whenever it becomes night, you want to spawn an iron golem or something like that.
No. When it's daytime, you stay normal. When it's nighttime, you transform to werewolf.
Okay, so you can make a conditional that turns your character to a werewolf whenever it's nighttime.
Or whenever you kill something, you can transform it into the thing you have killed. Like you killed a werewolf, you can transform to a werewolf. You'll look exactly like the werewolf that you killed.
That's not in Minecraft Education though, that's in code.org, right?
No.
What game is that then?
เอาต่อ
Like Minecraft, the first place you need to get to the nether before you get to the end. Because you need to kill blazes, and blazes are in the nether. And blaze are combined with the blaze skull and blaze rods. And blaze rods can turn into blaze powder.
How is this related to programming?
Then blaze powder can collide with ender pearl, becomes eyes of ender.
Okay, so what other things have you programmed the agent to build? You can build a tower. What else can you build?
A ginormous castle.
A ginormous castle. And how do you make a ginormous castle?
Well, I make 4 towers.
Okay, so you make 4 towers, and then what?
Build a wall. And the towers like connect or stick together with the wall.
So your tower building is then a function, right? Build one tower, build a wall, build one tower, build a wall, like that?
Yeah, the function is... The wall is the function.
Building a wall is a function, and what other function do you have?
Build a tower.
Build a tower, and then you run them in a for loop, right? So he goes around how many times?
4 times.
4 times. That's pretty smart.
Okay what about EV3
Oh yeah, the EV3 robots. Is that the same programming language or a different one?
Different.
It's different. So how does that work?
Really cool.
How does EV3 programming work?
You
มัน
need
ทำงานยังไง
to drag blocks.
You need to drag blocks. Do you have for loops?
You do have loops.
Loops, are they the same? Can you say do something 10 times?
Yeah. You can even have conditional.
Mm.
The conditionals are with the loops.
Yeah, and what sort of conditionals do you have? What sort of things can you check?
Like, I never used conditional.
What sort of sensors does the robot have?
Sensor
Ultrasonic.
It has ultrasonic sensor. What does the ultrasonic sensor tell you?
It tells you that if you're gonna crash on something.
Yeah, it tells you how far away the wall is from you, right?
Yeah.
And what else can he do? Does he have a camera? Can he see?
No, he has a full line sensor.
Yeah, he has a sensor that looks down below him, and he can see what?
Colors.
He can see colors. He can see what color he's currently on.
Would it be really cool if you build an EV motor big as your car?
Yeah, that would be a very, very expensive Lego motor. Alright, so I want you to explain some logic to me. I want you to explain logic to make a robot follow a black line. How do you do it?
You program the robot to follow a black line.
Yes? Tell
Yeah.
me the logic.
What is the line?
He sees only black and white below him. How do you make him follow the black line?
Just because you put the sensor on the black line.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I want you to explain the code to me.
And if the black line ends, he needs to check on the side which way black is turning, left or right.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes, if it turns right, he goes right.
Alright, so
If
if
it's
the
going
black
left, he turns left.
if the black is to the right of him,
He goes right.
he turns right, and if the black is to the left of him,
He goes left.
he goes left. And then you just keep moving forward, right?
Yeah.
And you do that in a loop until what?
Till success.
Until success. How do you know you succeeded?
There's a picture of you put a Lego chest at the end of.
Does he see something on the floor? How does he know when he succeeded?
Because there's a color.
Mm.
It's a checker flag color.
Checkered flag color. That's how he knows when he's finished.
Yeah, you see black and white color. He
about
knows
video
he's finished.
video power car
It's not coding. It's designing.
Mm. Yeah, that's mechanics.
อืม
Mechanics.
มันเกิดการเสียดทานมันการใช้เฟืองมันเป็นยังไงช่วยอธิบายนิดนึงได้ไหม
It's like using gears.
Yeah, gears. Can you explain to me how gears work? What is a gear ratio?
Like if you use a big gear, it's fast, but it has less clearance.
Okay, so we need to explain something here. What is a drive chain?
It's a chain. When you drive, it's a chain that connects the gears.
Yeah, it's not a chain. It's just we link up a whole bunch of components that are usually with gears, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's in the front? What's turning in the front?
The wheel.
The wheels? No. We're talking about the motor and the.
พาร์เมอร์
No. In front we have the motor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the gear big or small?
Big.
The gear in the motor is big, and the wheel by the axles, is that big or small?
Small.
Small. So if you have a big wheel in the front and a small wheel in the back, what will that do for your car?
Make it fast.
Make it go fast. Can you pull heavy things?
No.
No, because you don't have very much power if you do that. You don't have much torque. So the force turning the wheels is very low if you have a high gear ratio. What if you put a small wheel in the front and a big wheel in the back?
Like the big wheel you put in the front, you place in the back.
Yeah, you put a small gear in the front and a big gear in the back. What will happen?
No.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
You put a small in the back and a little bit bigger, and it becomes big. And then in front you put a big one in, a little smaller, and the smallest.
I'm asking you what
That's
will
like
happen.
the automatic gearbox works, right?
Not quite. I'm asking you what will happen if I put a small gear in the front and a big gear in the back.
It will go
slow.
Explain it to me. Explain it.
slow.
Very slowly. And can it pull heavy things?
Yes.
Yes, it can.
It will be fast if you're pulling heavy things, right?
No, it will still be slow, but it has a lot of power. There's a lot of torque on turning the back wheel, so it can pull heavy things. Cars work this way too, right?
Yeah.
Cars have more than one gear. And when you're climbing up a steep hill, do you use a high gear or a low gear?
Whoa.
Low gear. The car is slowly, but the wheels have a lot of power and they can move up the hill. And also when you're hauling heavy things, you need to use low gear too. It's the same thing.
What's the highest gear you can use when you're hauling stuff?
It depends. If you're on a flat road, you can usually use third gear. It's no problem. But if you're going up a slight hill, you need to go down into first or second.
Why don't you put the overdrive? Prevent overdrive.
Yeah, for example, on my car, you would prevent overdrive so that you don't go past third gear.
Like you can fast go third gear.
เสร็จแล้วโอเค